cabin.
I swear, bro, like the old mugshots would be so hard. It'd be so hard. Reapers, what's this good? It's your boy Laser. You don't know. Scary reaction. Top 10 dangerous inmates on death row right now. Ooh. God, there's so many fucked up people out there. Like me. When that's showing your reaction content. You just want more reaction videos and features. Please open. You subscribe to 𝐿𝐴𝐴𝐵𝐿 icon. I'll stream on Twitch and 𝐂𝐚𝐳𝐳. What's up, boy? This is 𝐍𝐨𝐭𝐳.
How's it going, YouTube? I'm Landon Dalton, and welcome back to another most amazing top 10 video. Death row is the home to prisoners who are waiting to be executed for the horrible crimes that they have committed. The inmates who are on death row all have something in common. They're some of the most disturbed and dangerous people in the world. So you know what? Here is the top 10 dangerous inmates on death row right now. Starting off with this disturbing list, in at number 10 with Lisa Montgomery. Unlike the others on this list, Lisa has only committed one murder, but it is pretty disturbing and a sickening murder.
She's like a math teacher. These be like the... It's always the math teachers that be the meanest, bro. They be,
So on a chat room, she pretended to buy a dog from a pregnant woman, but when they met face to face, Lisa strangled the pregnant woman, she cut her open and kidnapped the infant from her womb. She went back home and tried to pass off this baby as her own. The internet's first serial killer makes its way into number 9. John Edwards Robinson made contact with most of his victims in an online chat room. He lured several women from the chat room with—
I just realized, do most of these, like, inmates or psychopaths, do most of them have ADHD? People always like, what does ADHD feel like? I always say, it's like imagine having like a massive, like, it feels like a tumor on your head, basically. Well, it depends on your ADHD, like, your brain just feels like, not even a tumor. Well, for me it does, but it's like brain fog, bro. I hate it. It's like a mental, like you just feel fuzzy. I hate it.
With his username, the Slave Master. He is a convicted serial killer, con man, kidnapper, and forager who was found guilty in 2003 for 3 murders that he committed in Kansas. He was given the death sentence for 3 murders, but the police believed that he was involved with as many as 8 other murders. Up next, at number 8, Richard Fairley. He is a stalker and a convicted mass murderer who killed 7 people and wounded 4 others. He spent 4 years aggressively stalking one of his co-workers, Laura Black, so she was forced to get
all the women out there, stay safe. If some nice charming man goes up to you and says, help me with stuff in the car, please be cautious, you know? Ted Bundy, cough, cough.
Restraining order against him. So on the day of the hearing, to make the restraining order—
By the way, guys, always show gratitude. God is great. Without God, we wouldn't be standing here. I'm grateful for everything that I once, I prayed for all of this. Thanks for all the love. Yeah.
Permanent, he loaded up his RV with 100 pounds of weaponry. He drove to his old workplace and started shooting people with his gun. He even tried to kill Laura Black, but she was able to escape into a parking lot after he shot her twice. However, 7 unlucky people died that day, and he was sentenced to death back in 1992. Number 7 brings us to Joseph Edward Duncan III. He is a convicted murderer and sex offender who began committing his violent sexual assaults on other children when they were only a teenager. When he was younger, he admitted to his therapist that he had raped 13 younger boys by the time he was 16 years old. I mean, is this real life right now? He was arrested and he was sentenced to 20 years in prison, but when he was paroled, he killed at least 3 other children after he had sexually assaulted them. Once he was released again, which I have no idea why he was, he invaded a family home, killed the parents, and kidnapped the children. He molested the children and filmed it all on
little girl. At least she about to molest him. Oh my god, look at this guy, bro. This mustache is a whole crime. Look at this motherfucker, bro. He get away from me!
Camera. After killing these poor children, he was arrested and sentenced to the death penalty. My question is, why are they still keeping him alive? George M.L. Banks comes in on this list at number 6. He shot 13 people to death, including 7 children. So the 7 children were killed, and their mothers, and also 1 bystander. 5 of those children were his own kids. His attorney tried to argue that he was mentally insane, but he was convicted of 12 counts of first-degree murder, and he was sentenced to death.
Like I said, It's crazy how like most of these insane people like they just don't know like that they're psychopaths. Like that's the thing. Like the fact that I question if I'm crazy sometimes is how I know I'm not a psychopath. Like psychopaths don't know that they're psychopaths. You know what I'm saying? They think that there's nothing wrong with them. There's literally like a part of the brain that's like you look up brain scans and shit. Oh man.
Death. He has actually avoided death twice because it was determined that at the time he was set to be executed, he was deemed incompetent. I don't understand this. He was convicted of the crime and this is his punishment. Why does he need to be deemed competent to be killed? Why are there rules for someone who's on death row? You have to like wait so long to kill them. Number 5 brings us to Bobby Joe Long. He is responsible for abducting, sexually assaulting, and murdering at least 10 women in Florida back in 1984. During an 8-month period, he was averaging 1 murder every other week, and he would dump his victims' bodies and left them in strange positions, tied with ropes. He released his last victim.
What the fuck? Man, those missing pictures, bro, of like just like on like walls and shit in stores, they'd be so eerie. Why does she look like that? Please let me.
After he raped her for a period of 26 hours, and she gave valuable information to the police that led to his arrest. In total, Bobby Joe Long has 1 5-year sentence, 4 99-year sentence, 28 life sentences, and 1 death sentence. Now, at number 4, we have Charles. He was found guilty of multiple counts of kidnapping, rape, torture, and murder. He was convicted of 11 murders, and he would take his victims to a lake cabin.
I swear, bro, like the old mugshots would be so hard. It'd be so hard. This motherfucker's like, yeah.
Where he built in a dungeon room. According to court records, Charles and his accomplice abducted their neighbors, killed the men and babies, but kept the women alive. They would rape and torture them before killing them or waiting until they died from their injuries. Thankfully, he is currently on death row at San Quentin State Prison. Djorka Zarnev explodes into number 3. He was given the death penalty after he planted the bomb at the Boston Marathon. And this took place back in 2013. The bombs killed 3 people and injured approximately 280 others. He
bro. Fucked up, bro.
Later told the FBI that he had intended to detonate a series of explosions in time.
Like I said, bro, stay safe out there, y'all. Like for me, I got a knife. Come at me, bro. I will fucking stab your fucking skull in if you come near me. A lot of ops. Like I said, bro, remember how when everything was like pulling, I told me if they tried to take me out, bro. They tried to take me out. Wanted.
Times Square. So after the Boston Marathon happened, they were making their way to New York and they were gonna set off more bombs. He has spent the last 3 years of his life on death row at ADX Florence in Colorado. Number 2 takes us to Randy Stephen Kraft. He raped, tortured, and murdered at least 13 men between the ages of 13 to 35 years old in California. It is believed that he killed a total of 67 victims, but he was only convicted and charged with 16 murders. He would give his victims high levels of alcohol and tranquilizers, tie them up, torture them, and sexually abuse them before he...
Bro, motherfuckers be doing this to like their own, like these like, shouldn't even call them fathers. Like, motherfuckers be doing this to their own family members and shit.
He would strangle them. There are other disturbing and gruesome details to his murders, but I don't want to get into all of that because they are insane. He is currently on death row in San Quentin State Prison in California.
They rot in there forever. Monsters. Why is my knife so dusty? Dusty like crusty laser effect.
One of the toughest prisons in the world. Finally, in at number 1 spot, we have Rodney Alcala. He is a dangerous convicted rapist and serial killer who was sentenced to death in California back in 2010 for 5 murders that he committed in the 1970s. His exact victim count is unknown, but it is estimated that he raped and killed over 100 people. He used to toy with his victims by strangling them until they lost consciousness. He would wait until they wake up and then repeat this process many times before killing them. Despite receiving 3 separate death sentences, he is still alive and he has been waiting on death row for the past 8 years. Well, there you guys have it. What a freaking insane.
By the way, most of these inmates, bro, you wanna know the most dangerous inmate? all the motherfuckers say boiled nail for breakfast because that's a crime. Okay, so this was video. Enjoy it. Shows inmates on death row. It's most interesting to you to reaction content.